Hello everyone, welcome back to iSelf Academy YouTube channel. We are in our Excel user series 5.0 video number 2. In today's video we are going to just go through the old school way of using date and time formulas here. Again, I have some scenarios with me where I'm going to just keep adding all those dimensions one by one. So I have 5 different scenarios here. So what are the formulas that I'm about to use and how I'm going to get those informations? We will see them all. So this is the sheet that I want to add here. Now I want to find out each and every one of these dimensions here. So based on today's date, I would like to find out the date for the first day of the month. And then I want to find out the number of days of the last day of that particular month. So how many days we have in a month period. And then I want to find out the last day here. I want to find out what is the last Friday date is, and then what is the last working day that we have in our list. So we're going to use this all in this particular logic. So let's see how we are going to do that. So probably I'll readjust this formula output a little later. So I'm going to just go back to my first logic. We all know this formula for a longer time. I'm going to say today. So today will allow me to get the dates on this, and then I want to find the first day of this month. Again, the old school methodology will be a little longer than normal, not the normal one. So I'm going to use the function called date, and then I'll talk about the year and then take this date. And then I cannot use a formula here, because when I try to use a formula inside this data, this is going to shout at you saying that it's not going to work for me because it is not taking the formulas into play. So I need to have a serial number here. So the moment I add this, that would be a great point here. Then I'm going to give a comma later, and then I'll start with a month. Again, select the same date again, and then I'm going to give a comma, and then you can select the day function also. I'm going to give a 1 here because I want to know the first day of the month here. The moment I do it, that's going to fetch me the date of that particular process. Now I want to find out the other dimensions here, which is what is the last day of that particular month. Normally we will use a logic called EOMONTH. So end of the month will allow me to get the information that I want. So I'll select this, I'll give a comma, and then I will just select the 0 here. So 0 will give me the last day of the month. Again, when I get this dimension, the problem that I'll have is my data will come in a numerical format. Again, this is where our day function will be very handy for us. So the moment I add a day function to it, that's going to tell you the number of days that I have. It will become a serial number for me the moment I add a day here, or else I will convert this into a short date format. So I'll be getting 2902 on 2024 here. Now I want the dates here, so then I obviously use the EOMONTH function for me. And then that's going to give me the date functionality. Again, I've kept this. I did earlier when I did it, it showed a serial number. Here it doesn't show a serial number, but generally when you use an EOMONTH functionality, it will showcase most of the time the data as a numerical format. I have to convert this. I converted this, or I self-referenced this area as a short date already. So if you can see that on top of my date, you can see that when I place the cursor here, the date point is coming on the top here for me. Now I want to find out the last day of the month. So I know the first day of the month. I want to find out the last date here. So I'm going to start the formula in my old school methodology. I'll start with a week day function, or I can start with a normal date and time function. So I'm going to say date, year, D2, then I give a comma, month, D2, then I'm going to say +1, comma 1. So that will take you to the date which I want to see. This will take me to the dates of the next month first date, because I gave a plus in between. Now I want to add the same formula, but I want to add a formula inside a week day function. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to minus this, and then add a week day function, and then paste this formula and close this formula, and then I'm going to say minus that with 6 here. So the moment I give an enter, that's going to give you the list here, and you want to check whether the dates are in this particular pattern. So I'm going to go for text, and then I'll type this 4 days to get the dates here, so you can see the Friday here. After this, we have only 6 more days to coming up here. So definitely we will not touch the next Friday here. Now I want to find out the last working day here. So working day will fall on a particular day where it is a Monday to Friday. So I'm going to use the next function called workday function. Workday function will give you the data sets for me, but I'm interested in doing this particular formula. So let me just go back to my first formula again. This is going to give you the date for me, but I will put this date inside a worksheet function. So I'm going to come back here. I'll say workday functions and paste this, and then I'll close this bracket and give a -1 for the workday function. The moment I do it, that's going to add my date here, date year +1 -1. I think that I've done everything correctly. I'm sorry, I didn't give a comma here, sorry about that. So it's going to give you the list, and if I want to find out the text or the day at which this falls, this should be between a Thursday or a Friday here. This should be a Thursday, it won't be a Friday, because if it's Friday that would have come on top. So these are the way in which we can find out the following list. I found out today's date, the first day of the month with the old school methodology, and the number of days or the last day of the month. How many days do I have in a month? I found out that. Last date also using the EOMONTH functionality, and last Friday out of the month, and then last working day of the month are all available for us. This is how I'll use date time function in the old school methodology. This is Vinod signing out from iSelf Academy, and you can also see this video in Excel Snippet YouTube channel. This is Excel User Series 5.0 video number 2. Keep updating, enjoy the videos also. Thank you so much.